Hello and welcome back, beautiful souls. Today we have something truly special to share with you. This is going to be deep, like really deep. So buckle up everyone and dare to follow me. And I will show you the marvel that baffles the marvel itself to show how strange you are. I'm your guide on this journey. Today's transmission is titled The Mathematics of God. Let's dive deep. We are decoding one of the complex concepts as described in Know Yourself and Become Wealthy by Frank Kate. In our modern society, mathematics is often seen as a rigid, static discipline confined to textbooks and equations. However, the divine number line invites us to look beyond the surface and recognize that numbers are not merely abstract symbols. They are dynamic expressions of the creative force that permeates all existence. If you're ready to explore this fascinating concept and discover the hidden wisdom within it, I invite you to join me on this incredible journey. As always in his book, Katembo challenges the conventional view of the number line, redefining it from the familiar linear progression model stretching from negative to positive infinitive that we were all taught, into a cyclic structure running from 09 to 90. His argument is profound. He presents a compelling argument that all numbers ultimately stem from a single foundational number, the number of God, encompassing the essence of all others. Through this revelation, he redefines the very principles of mathematics, offering a strikingly elegant framework that aligns seamlessly with the divine and unveils a universe of extraordinary coherence and beauty. He reveals how we can reconstruct the very foundations of mathematics, unlocking a revolutionary framework for creation, one that seamlessly aligns with the divine and unveils a breathtaking, harmonious universe that makes astonishing, almost surreal sense. This is a beautifully structured and deeply philosophical take on the divine number line, which, if understood from here, will enable you grasp the different interpretation of how the concepts are presented in the book. The divine number line is a profound concept that challenges the traditional view of mathematics and reveals a deeper, more meaningful understanding of reality. It proposes that the universe operates in a cyclic pattern, governed by a divine intelligence that is reflected in the structure of numbers themselves. This understanding offers a glimpse into the interconnectedness of all things and the eternal wisdom embedded in the fabric of existence. At the very foundation of creation lies a profound truth. God did not create anything from nothing. He created everything from himself. Imagine God begetting gods, or consider it this way: all that exists is formed from a single, divine essence, God himself. In this understanding, only God truly exists, dwelling in his infinite abode, the heavens, yet even they cannot contain him. This realization leads us to a singular numerical truth. 09, the divine number that represents both God and his dwelling place, spirit and space. 0 represents his space of abode, a limitless, boundless realm symbolized by a circle whose perimeter suggests containment, yet extends infinitely. It is the divine womb, the infinite expanse from which all emerges. 9, the highest of numbers, embodies fullness, completion, and ultimate divine presence. It stands outside the space encircled by 0, for even the heavens cannot contain him. Thus, 0 is the sacred space, and 9 is the supreme essence that transcends all boundaries, existing beyond the very realm that seeks to hold it. So there you are with our starting point: creation. God did not create anything from nothing. He created everything from himself. Imagine God begots gods, as in everything that is created is made of only one raw material: God. In essence, only God exists in his abode we call heavens, which is not able to contain him. Therefore, we only have one number, 09 or 90. This is God and his place of abode, spirit and space. When we redefine the number system through the lens of the divine, we discover a cyclic nature that reflects the very essence of creation, time, and the rhythms of the universe. God and heaven, the supreme numbers. In this reinterpretation, God is represented by 9, the highest single-digit number, symbolizing completion, totality, and infinite potential. Heaven is represented by 0, the infinite space where all creation originates and ultimately returns. The cycle of creation, like the endless loops of time, begins with God in heaven and follows a divine sequence. 09 gives 18, gives 27, gives 36, gives 45, gives 54, gives 63, gives 72, gives 81, gives 90. The cycle repeats infinitely, mirroring the eternal flow of day and night, life and death, the turning of the seasons, and the rhythmic dance of celestial the nature of creation. adding God to God. Everything that exists is a fractal expression of the divine. In order to create anything new, we do not add something separate, we can only add God to God, or duplicate God. This is why in this number system, each step is a multiple of 9, because 9 is the fundamental building block of all creation. This new number system is not linear, but cyclic, because all of nature moves in circles, spirals, and cycles. Time, energy, and even consciousness flow in perfect loops, returning to their divine source before beginning anew. The perfect duality, a reflection of balance. When we count left to right, we follow the sequence of the first digit, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When we count right to left, we follow the sequence of the second digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This means that left to right and right to left are simply mirror reflections of one another, demonstrating the perfect symmetry and duality present in all creation, light and dark, expansion and contraction, beginning and end. The universal mathematical code of 9. One of the most astonishing properties of this cyclic number system is that when you multiply any of these divine number pairs by any number and sum the digits of the answer, it always reduces to 9. For example, 92 equals 18 gives 1892, 7381 gives 8 plus 1 equals 945 times 4, 180 gives 1809. This is not coincidence, it is a mathematical fingerprint of the Creator. The structure of mathematics itself is divinely programmed to always reflect the presence of 9, the infinite and complete number of God. Mathematics is the language of the divine. This cyclic counting system reveals the true nature of reality, that everything is connected, everything returns to its source, and nothing is ever truly lost. We are not moving in a straight line, but rather participating in the eternal dance of creation, just as the stars, planets, and galaxies move in harmonious orbits. This understanding allows us to see math not as a human invention, but as the very structure of divine intelligence, a cosmic code that governs all existence. It shows us that we are fractal pieces of the divine, and that our existence, like numbers themselves, is both infinite and meaningful. In the end, everything begins with God, everything returns to God, and all things are one. What does this infinity chase mean? Could it be that even the very foundation of our mathematics has been misaligned, leading us to construct a reality based on flawed fundamentals? If so, does this not explain the deep agitation, the restlessness, the perpetual seeking that defines our existence? Perhaps, in rediscovering the true numerical order of the divine cycle, we unlock the key to restoring harmony within ourselves and the universe. By understanding the divine number line, we begin to see that the universe is not merely a random collection of events, but an intricate tapestry woven together by a divine intelligence. This realization can bring a sense of order and meaning to our lives, allowing us to navigate the complexities of existence with greater clarity and purpose. So now there we are. We have a new understanding of numbers, from 0 to 9. In the conventional system, the number line begins with 0 representing nothing and extends infinitely in both directions, suggesting a linear progression into an endless abyss or eternity. However, the divine number line offers a different perspective. It posits that 0 actually signifies everything, representing the infinite potential of the divine source from which all creation emerges. This shift in perspective invites us to see ourselves not as insignificant beings, but as integral parts of a vast cosmic tapestry eternally connected to the source. When we examine the numbers themselves, we find further evidence of this divine structure. The number 9 stands out as the highest single-digit number, symbolizing completion, totality, and infinite potential. It represents the fullness of God's essence and the ultimate goal of the evolutionary journey. Similarly, the number 0, in its cyclic interpretation, symbolizes the infinite space of potential, where all creation begins and to which it ultimately returns. This concept of a cyclical universe is not merely a philosophical idea, but is supported by scientific observations such as the Big Bang theory and the laws of thermodynamics, which suggest that the universe is constantly expanding and contracting in an endless cycle. The divine number line, a cyclic pattern of creation. By observing the patterns in the cyclic number line, we gain a deeper understanding of the nature of creation itself. The journey begins with God in heaven, followed by a series of divine number pairs that form a continuous loop. This cyclic pattern reflects the eternal rhythm of the universe, where everything that exists is a fractal expression of the divine. As we move along the number line, we notice that each step involves adding 9 to the previous number, creating a sequence of multiples of 9. This pattern holds profound significance because it reveals that everything in existence is ultimately a fractal expression of the divine. In other words, we cannot add anything to God or create anything separate from the divine source himself. Everything that exists is already within the divine essence, and all creation is a manifestation of this divine source. Understanding the cyclic nature of reality, the cyclic nature of the number line, also sheds light on the interconnectedness of all things. As we continue the sequence, we encounter familiar patterns and concepts such as the seasons, the cycle of day and night, and the growth and decay of all living things. These patterns are not merely coincidences, but reflect the inherent cyclic nature of reality. Everything in the universe is engaged in a continuous cycle of birth, growth, death, and rebirth, mirroring the eternal loop of the divine number line, which is put an eternal loop of perfect cycle of circle. This realization challenges the human tendency to view existence as linear and progressive. Instead, it invites us to see ourselves as participants in a grand cosmic dance, eternally connected to the rhythms of the universe. By understanding the cyclic nature of reality, we can find solace in the knowledge that every ending is also a beginning, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth and transformation. The divine number line and the journey of the soul, from God, through the womb, and back to heaven. Our existence is a divine cycle, encoded within mathematics, nature, and the journey of consciousness itself. This sacred number system, which moves from 09 to 90 in a perfect cycle, is a reflection of the path of the soul, the evolution of knowledge, and the ascension of consciousness. Birth and the womb portal. Entering the material realm, we originate from God, in heaven, the eternal source of all things. In order to experience life, growth, and evolution, we descend through the womb, which serves as a portal from the divine into the material world. This is why every human enters life through the mother's womb, just as every creation emerges from a state of potential into form. 0 represents the cosmic gateway, the infinite space from which all things emerge and to which all things return. This is why in ancient traditions, the feminine, the womb, and the void were revered as the bringers of life and passageways between dimensions. From this 0 point of divine potential, we begin our journey of expansion, climbing the numerical sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until we return to 9, the number of divine completion. The divine number line and the ascension of consciousness. The cyclic number line also provides a framework for understanding the journey of consciousness. Each number in the sequence represents a higher frequency of existence and understanding, guiding us on a path of both physical and spiritual. As we ascend through the numbers, we encounter different levels of awareness and knowledge, ultimately leading us back to the divine source. Physically, we start in the womb, 0 years old, and start to age from counting ages from 1. As we are born till we are old. Spiritually, we learn and acquire knowledge and awareness, expanding our consciousness till we reach 9 ether, where we become the divine himself, literally by all forms. This journey of ascension is not merely theoretical. It is a lived experience that countless individuals throughout history have described in their spiritual teachings and mystical writings. By recognizing the patterns in the divine number line, we can align ourselves with the flow of consciousness and accelerate our own spiritual. By using the conventional mathematics of a linear number line, we get out of tune with our true divine identity. We are introduced and ushered into the matrix hologram projection. We get lost in the wilderness they tell you of what is not real, negative and positive infinity numbers. By recognizing the patterns in the divine number line, we can align ourselves with the true and correct flow of consciousness and accelerate our own spiritual evolution. In a beautiful cyclic dance of life, just like every other thing in creation, the journey through consciousness, rising from 3D to 9 ether, the human experience on Earth is currently anchored in the 3rd dimension, where our consciousness is primarily focused on the physical world, material existence, and survival. However, our true purpose is ascension, to rise through the layers of consciousness, expanding our knowledge and spiritual awareness until we reach the highest divine state, 9 ether. Each number in this divine sequence represents a higher frequency of existence and understanding. In conclusion, The divine number line is a profound concept that challenges conventional thinking and reveals a deeper, more meaningful understanding of reality. By embracing the wisdom of sacred mathematics, we can see ourselves as integral parts of a vast cosmic tapestry, eternally connected to the source. The cyclic nature of the number line reminds us that everything is interconnected, and that life is a continuous cycle of growth, transformation, and renewal. This journey of discovery is not just an intellectual exercise, but a path to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. As we decode the messages embedded in mathematics, we unlock the hidden wisdom of the universe and gain insights into our place in the grand scheme of existence. The divine number line invites us to move beyond linear thinking and embrace a more holistic and cyclical perspective. It calls us to see numbers not just as abstract symbols, but as dynamic expressions of the creative force of the universe. So what are we saying? We want to remind you of the profound truth that you are not separate from the divine. You are an integral part of the universe, and your existence is deeply connected to the rhythms of creation and the flow of consciousness. Embrace the wisdom of the divine number line, trust in the cyclical patterns of life, and allow yourself to be guided by the infinite potential that lies within you. Ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Sumerians, and Hindus saw numbers as divine symbols rather than mere counting tools. In this reinterpretation, 0 represents the infinite womb, the portal between realms, the unseen gateway that connects the heavens and the material world. The concept of 0 was well known in Vedic traditions, often linked to the cosmic void from which all creation emerges. 9 represents divine completion, the highest single-digit number, symbolizing totality, ascension, and return to source. This is seen in the Ennead of ancient Egypt, the 9 deities representing the creation cycle, and the 9 worlds of Norse mythology. From this sacred understanding, the number system follows a divine sequence that loops eternally. 09 gives 18, gives 27, gives 36, gives 45, gives 54, gives 63, gives 72, gives 81, gives 90. This is not just a mathematical cycle, it is the eternal flow of creation, mirroring the rising and setting of the sun, the cycle of life and death in Hindu reincarnation beliefs, the rhythm of breath inhale and exhale found in Buddhists' meditative practices, the expansion and contraction of the universe, a concept mirrored in the Hindu yugas and modern cosmology. Once we reach 90, the cycle repeats infinitely, guiding the soul through its journey of growth, transformation, and return to the divine source. This reflects the ascension of consciousness through different dimensions. Similar to the Kabbalistic tree of life, 1 gives awareness of self, individual awareness, self-consciousness, and the first steps of identity. 2 gives understanding, duality, relationships, understanding balance between opposites. 3 gives the physical world, the physical realm, the body, and material existence. 4 gives stability, foundation, stability, foundations, and order. 5 gives transformation, curiosity, and the quest for deeper knowledge. 6 gives mastery of material and intellectual realms. Mastery of material and intellectual realms, peak of mainstream science and religion. 7 gives spiritual wisdom, deep intuition, spirituality, and deeper wisdom beyond the material world. 8 gives infinite expansion beyond material limitations, cosmic infinity, breaking limits of the physical into higher realms. 9 gives divine completion, unity with the Creator, unity with the divine, full return to God. Right now, humanity is anchored in 3D, but many are beginning to feel the call to ascend, to awaken, expand their understanding, and reclaim their divine essence. Many people feel the call to rise, which is why we see more individuals searching for spiritual truths, higher consciousness, and ancient wisdom. Science and religion, as they are currently structured, can only take us up to 6 ether. Science seeks to explain the physical world but often denies spiritual truth. Religion seeks to connect us with God, but has been distorted by human limitations and misinterpretations. Both systems, while pointing toward higher realms, ultimately plateau at 6 ether because they lack the full integration of divine mathematics, sacred wisdom, and true spiritual awakening. This is why many people today feel stuck, disconnected, and yearning for something greater. Beyond 6 ether, the path to 9 ether and divine ascension. To reach 9 ether, we must go beyond mainstream science and religious dogma and awaken to the deeper truths hidden in mathematics, sacred texts, and ancient spiritual knowledge. This means understanding divine cycles and sacred mathematics, like the 0990 sequence, recognizing ourselves as fractal pieces of God, capable of divine creation, decoding the symbolic messages in ancient scriptures beyond literal interpretations, activating our spiritual essence through wisdom, meditation, and inner alignment. All major spiritual traditions and scientific breakthroughs are hinting at this ascension journey. They tell us that the goal of human life is to rise beyond the physical, expand in wisdom, and reconnect with the divine source. This is why we see symbols of ascension in pyramids, sacred geometry, Fibonacci sequences, and the tree of life. These are ancient reminders that our true path is to evolve beyond the physical into the divine. The cyclic nature of time, creation, and reality. The 0990 cycle reflects the eternal looping nature of time, energy, and consciousness. Day follows night, only to return again. Seasons cycle endlessly: birth, growth, death, and rebirth. Life itself moves in circles, not lines. Likewise, our journey as divine beings is not linear, it is a loop of learning, forgetting, awakening, and returning. Every time we complete a cycle of growth, we rise to the next level of consciousness, just as numbers always return to 9, no matter how far they expand. Conclusion: the ultimate realization: everything is God, and everything is 9 at the highest level of understanding. We realize there is no separation between us and God. Everything that exists is a fractal extension of the divine. The purpose of existence is to ascend, cycle after cycle, back to the source. The 0990 divine number line is not just mathematics, it is a universal truth hidden in plain sight, a blueprint for creation, and a guide for spiritual ascension. By embracing this wisdom, we move beyond illusion, limitation, and separation, and return to our divine originine ether, the highest state of existence. This is the mathematical fingerprint of the Creator, the infinite cycle of God, and the key to unlocking our divine potential beyond linear thinking, embracing sacred geometry and cycles. The cyclic number line encourages us to move beyond linear thinking and embrace a more holistic and cyclical perspective. It challenges the conventional view of mathematics as a static and rigid discipline and invite us to see numbers as dynamic expressions of the creative force of the universe. It opens the door to the understanding of God and everything, that all is one. It explains how everything else is woven into one interconnectedness. By understanding the principles of sacred geometry and the significance of cycles, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all things and the beauty of the natural world. This shift in perspective can inspire creativity, innovation, and a more sustainable way of living in harmony with the rhythms of the planet. Unveiling the hidden wisdom, decoding the messages embedded in mathematics. The cyclic number line is not just a mathematical concept, but a repository of hidden wisdom and knowledge. By decoding the messages embedded in mathematics, we can gain insights into the nature of reality, the purpose of our existence, and the mysteries of the universe. This process of decoding requires a shift in perspective and a willingness to explore unconventional ideas. It invites us to question our assumptions about the nature of reality and to open ourselves to the possibility of a deeper, more meaningful existence. By embracing this journey of discovery, we can unlock the hidden wisdom of the cyclic number line and apply it to our lives. This journey of discovery is not just an intellectual exercise, but a path to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. As we decode the messages embedded in mathematics, we unlock the hidden wisdom of the universe and gain insights into our place in the grand scheme of existence. The divine number line invites us to move beyond linear thinking and embrace a more holistic and cyclical perspective. It calls us to see numbers not just as abstract symbols, but as dynamic expressions of the creative force of the universe. In conclusion, the divine number line is a profound concept that challenges conventional thinking and reveals a deeper, more meaningful understanding of reality. By embracing the wisdom of sacred mathematics, we can see ourselves as integral parts of a vast cosmic tapestry, eternally connected to the source. The cyclic nature of the number line reminds us that everything is interconnected, and that life is a continuous cycle of growth, transformation, and renewal. So let us embrace this journey of exploration, dive into the depths of sacred geometry, and allow ourselves to be guided by the wisdom of the divine number line. Let us remember that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of its eternal dance. And may this realization bring us closer to the source, filling our lives with purpose, meaning, and connection. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of the divine number line. We hope that you found this exploration insightful and inspiring. If you resonated with this transmission, we encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your comments help create an amazing community of like-minded individuals who are all seeking to deepen their understanding of the universe and their place within it. And if you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join our growing community of spiritual seekers and truth explorers. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release new transmissions that will continue to expand your consciousness and deepen your spiritual journey. Before we part ways, we want to remind you of the profound truth that you are not separate from the divine. You are an integral part of the universe, and your existence is deeply connected to the rhythms of creation and the flow of consciousness. Embrace the wisdom of the divine number line. Trust in the cyclical patterns of life, and allow yourself to be guided by the infinite potential that lies within you. May your journey be filled with wonder, joy, and a deep sense of connection to the source. Until we meet again in our next transmission, may the wisdom of the divine number line illuminate your path and bring you closer to the truth of your being.